There it is. So for me, the acid test in design is that transition from a concept through to production. And the measure is the dilution. How much does it get diluted from that original thought? This has diluted virtually nothing from that original thought. And that's a tribute to these guys, the designers and engineers who have worked collaboratively. Yes, designers and engineers can work collaboratively, honestly, and passionately to deliver that vision. And for me, when I look at this, I instantly think of modernity, elegance, and a touch of glamour. Probably not a word that we associate with Land Rover, but the reality is people will be driving this car in the most glamorous places in the world. Stunning silhouette, very distinctive, and it's got what I would call emotionally charged DNA, but it has unquestionable pedigree. There's an abundance of innovative features and design-enabling technologies, and while this car has design excellence at its very core, it also has a high level of engineering integrity. Some of the features, for example, innovative features, the super slim matrix laser lamps, the flush deployable HEP. I'll have to take my teeth out, I think. The flush deployable door handles and the blade-like infotainment system, just to name but a few. Powerful proportions, as I say, unquestionable pedigree. And one of the most important things with design, and this is where designers and engineers truly have to work together, is to create the optimum in terms of volume and proportion. That's where it all starts. As my engineering colleagues will explain later, it's on our all aluminium intensive body shell. One of the things you notice about the vehicle is this very generous wheelbase, which affords you a much bigger space inside. And there will be two versions to start with, and when you see these in the flesh, you can see they're the same car, but they do have a different tonality. This one here, the R Dynamic, is the more stealth-like version with more of a sporting attitude, with certain extra features on the lower because it takes the bigger engines. And then on the right, which is equally as desirable, is the more formal version where you can see that classic DNA element of the floating roof, more bright work, and it just has that touch of formality. I'll talk about modernism, and this is, I think, a masterclass in modernity for an automotive piece of design in terms of look how clean that is. You know, you can't hardly see any switches on it. And then the theatre is created once we use the secret to lit, once you start the vehicle up. And that's, when you see that centre screen coming up, it's a piece of theatre. And this is where design-enabling technologies has really come in its own to help deliver that design, particularly that blade-like infotainment system, which is the centrepiece of the vehicle, and the guys will talk about that in much more detail. Very high levels of precision, material details. Amy's going to talk about the interesting collaboration with Cavadra. The way I describe that interior is simple. It's just calm sanctuary with clean, sophisticated. It's clean and sophisticated. And it's a great vehicle to drive. What's going on? You're listening to Top of the Pops there. Anyway, love the steering wheel. Split rim steering wheel. Beautiful details. This is a vehicle that, in my view, will stir the emotions, will make that emotional connection. And there's a plan view of it. It has this incredible plan shape. This is the most aerodynamic Range Rover thus far. The reason for that is we want these vehicles to be more sustainable, and quite frankly, plan shape of a brick doesn't flow through the air particularly well. So, that's a quick overview. What we're going to show now is a documentary film that's been created. How long does it last for, Fiona?
it's a short